Hello, moving on to round 2, we'll have Plum be filling in for Tolan here, since Tolan is only game 1 hunter. Here, as we can see as well, with the previous female dancer ban, and then the next two is going to be an Ench and a mech ban, surprisingly, allowing this here to come out. So Sculptor, Wax, Bonbon, question mark, or Dream Witch as well. There's a chance for all, but it does seem like the Survivors has banned Gala for this one from Plum side, but Plum means Violetta. So we'll just have to see how this one goes in general. Banning Ench could be the result of wanting Violetta to come out as well. But because NH notices this as well, we'll be bringing out the Antiquarian as the last Survivor pick from NH's side. This is ever sleeping down for round 2 first half. NH's Survivors will be coming out first, going against HW's Plum. Or P1UN. Well, let's just call him Plum or her Plum, whatever. Now then, NH Bread going Acrobat, Ring is Seer, Guo is Mercenary, and Hotbat is Antiquarian. Moving on, we will be seeing a Bonbon coming out for HW side. Bonbon coming out is a little bit more of a surprise to me. Well, I mean, I guess it's not considering the fact that you allowed Seer to come out and ban Female Dancer instead. But Acrobat in general now, after the whole flywheel shenanigan, palette speed speed buff not being there anymore when you bring flywheel, Acrobat has not been seen as much. I won't lie, Acrobat has not been seen as much, but he is definitely a really good container. But overall, because of the fact that Antiquarian is a thing, I think Acro is very similar to Entomologist right now. Has been pushed to the side because there are better characters out there now. But still, good characters overall, Everyone here should be able to contain for quite a bit of time, maybe except for the Seer. Seer will most likely be having the hardest time against that Bonbon, if the Bonbon's bombs are better than expected. We have seen Seers kiting Bonbon, but that does not mean all Seers can kite all Bonbons. Bonbon still has the advantage at the end of the day, even though like Seer looking back, tight kiting does help quite a lot when it comes to like gaining an extra owl. But once you land the bomb and land a normal hit on Seer, the next time you land a hit, it's gonna be an owl coming out, and then you'll be opening phase 1 presents for a remote control bomb, so it wouldn't be that easy for Seer to contain very long after all. There isn't really that much of a team fight potential here with this type of team comp, since everyone is based off solo kiting. Bonbon did ban Female Dancer as well, who is decently good for this map, but also alongside with the fact that because he's able to pile a whole lot of red carpet on the ground, it's going to be very hard for Antiquarian to come in to harass, right? Because there's going to be a huge chance that, very similar to forward, Antiquarian will be chipped when she comes in. So it really just depends on how Bonbon plays for this one. Now then onto the game we go. I still don't I kind of wish they showed Persona once again. Bonbon most likely will be running trump card detention. It's going to be highly unlikely for a Bonbon to run Insolence now, unless you're PPX or something. Onto the game we go. This is NH versus HW. We'll have HW's Plum coming out as a hunter first. Then they're running straight towards Antiquarian near balcony. It does seem like Antiquarian knows as well, wants to rotate in, but we can see the mind game coming out here. It does seem like Hotbat's gonna rotate straight towards the double pallet window here. Near S pallet, Cypher has been locked near S pallet. Now Antiquarian is not using her her spin is a little bit more questionable for me, but jumping down here this is the biggest problem. Gets the hit right there. Phase 1 has to be open. This is an Insolence Bonbon. There goes Antiquarian. Anti also cannot go into train. It's gonna be really bad. It's gonna be really bad for Anti to go inside tram right now. Overall, Auntie is still not using her speed buff. Auntie should be using her speed buff. Genuinely speaking, against chip hunters in general, just keep swinging, keep creating distance, so then like it'll be harder for Bonbon to land chain bombs overall. But Auntie not using any there, I didn't understand at all. I genuinely didn't understand at all. Against chip hunters in general, you do need to keep swinging to gain that mini speed buff. Even though it isn't that much, you consume 1% per second only. So you can use it for like 100 seconds. at least, and then like you're not gonna use it for 100 seconds, right? So like yeah, there you go for that. I didn't understand that. Going down quite early here, if NH's Survivor Cell here is probably better for them. But Bonbon has teleport as well. It's not a blink Bonbon, it's a teleport Bonbon here. So from HW side, Plum won with the mind game, but Plum also won with the huge mistake that Anti-Courier made. Not swinging right there, not spinning, sorry, not spinning right there is the biggest mistake ever when you play against a Bonbon. Genuinely speaking, that's not a good sign. That's not a good sign from NH's side right there as well. Then coming out here immediately wanting to find the Acrobat because Acrobat has been chipped here. Being very close towards the S-Palette is very nice for them as well, but it doesn't seem like Bonbon knows where the Acrobat is, so that isn't too bad. It seems like Ring will be coming out here with a Seer. Seer still has an Owl here, but most likely will be chipped here. There really isn't much for Seer to contain. Teleporting right here, as we can see, immediately towards the Acrobat. Acrobat probably will get chipped here. Very nicely done and immediate down. That chip was unexpected. Because Acrobat assumed that he's able to, you know, dodge the chips and then immediately ball over, dash over, jump over, whatever you want to call it. Here, as you can see, missing Wolfwood Cypher. This seems like a 4-man elimination for me right now. Bonbon currently has 6 stacks. It's going to be very hard for Mercenary to come in with like... The chances of Mercenary getting a no damage rescue is low. The chances of Mercenary failing this rescue is very high. That's the second chip right there. Third chip coming in with the Seer. That's okay. Hey, that didn't land. That didn't land. If it was a double down, it would have been better. But you know what? It's fine. It's a teleport Bonbon. This Mercy's 1 chip, 1 hit down. Well, 1 hit down, but then 1 chip, 1 hit down without his mini tide, of course. And here, as we can see as well, Seer's decoding the Cypher. Threw out 2 more chain bombs, trying to land a little bit of chips right there on the Mercenary, and then sees where the Acrobat is. Acrobat should have used a white ball, not a red ball. I think red ball is... I don't think you should be using a red ball there. White ball is probably more beneficial for you there now, red. Okay, charring the Acrobat here near middle, destroying the double pallets in middle as well. It's not too bad. Right now, the problem is teleport is definitely going to be ready for Plum. And the moment that he knows where Seer is decoding, as we can see in Graveyard right now, it'll be an immediate teleport, 1 bomb, and then 1 hit down. Seer doesn't have Owl anymore. They're missing 1.5 ciphers. So it's not a good sign. It's really just not a good sign overall for NH right now. Getting a 5-man elimination here really hurts, but it does allow HW to gain back what they lost for round 1. Now then, knowing that the Acrobat has returned to the mainer right now, it does seem like Mercenary wants to force some elbow pads from Mercenary, but will be teleporting soon. Definitely will be teleporting soon. I'd say forcing 1 more elbow pad would be better. If the Smirk decides to save elbow pad, it's not a good plan. It's really not a good plan. Or even land the remote control bomb right here and immediately change targets would work as well. Here, as we can see, that's a 2-second bomb. That's the last elbow pad used. Now then, it's been quite a while now. Is this a remote control bomb? It's not. It's a chain bomb right here. As we can see, still didn't land. The remote control bomb is still on Bonbon's hands. It is going to be a little bit hard to land it here. But going down here immediately with the Merc, it seems like the Cypher has been opened by Seer. All 3 ciphers has been opened by Seer. Now that knows where the Seer is, will be rotating towards Graveyard Gate right now. Seer's also inside Graveyard. To get the Tinnitus. But most likely Hunter will know where Seer is, because a lot of survivors really do just stay in that location. Right, they just stay in that location just for them to rotate a little bit. But getting the Windows speed boost right there, I don't think that alerted the Hunter, but the Plum is just playing mind games by himself. I guess it's a very nice prediction right there, but the moment Plum sees Mercenary decoding a cipher, he has to teleport here regardless of what happens. Seer's doing a really good job at creating distance. Seer's doing a really good job at creating distance right now. Stopping right there a little bit just to see if the ciphers are shaking. Seer's currently nearby as well, taking the pallet speed boost right there. Windows speed boost would be ready very soon as well. Still chasing after the Seer. It's just that his chase, we can see like Bonbon can't chase fast enough. He needs to stop and then look for the ciphers again, which does hurt the Bonbon quite a bit. It seems like Bonbon wants to find Mercenary right now, but if you do allow... it's gonna be really hard. It's gonna be really hard. Probably finding a Seer here would be a better idea, because Mercenary is gonna be forced to look for a chest. Tinnitus has popped. Probably just doesn't know where Seer is. Depends on if Seer can see where... No, if Bonbon can see where the Seer is. You can definitely hear breathing here. Can you not hear breathing here, Bonbon? Okay, he heard it. Okay, he knew. Okay, you know what? He knew. That's fine. He still has a remote control bomb though. That's a full red carpet right there. Very nice. You don't see where the cipher is shaking. Go straight towards the Mercenary. And Watch will be coming out here, but Watch would buy 16 seconds. Ooh, that chip though. There was a small gap right there for Mercy to stand in, but I guess that still did chip. Mercenary will be going down here, sadly. And going straight back towards the Seer. Seer is currently 56% self-healed. It'll be a 4-man elimination right here for Plum, since Mercy will be bled out. Mercy definitely will be bled out. We also see that Seer currently is reconnecting to the cipher, not reconnecting to the game apparently. I don't know why, but we'll be going down here. I don't think there's need for us to stay here anymore. Let's just move on to second half then, shall we? Moving on. This is really lucky for Korea. Anyways, moving on. Okay, moving on. Second half, HW Survivor coming out with Mechanic. We're gonna see Mechanic quite a lot now. Quite a lot now. Mechanic's main job is really just to decode ciphers. Mechanic's main job really is just to decode cipher. Now then, here as we can see, ban the Priestess and Merc. We can also see that Antiquarian Seer and Enchantress has been banned from Ceres. And from the Survivor side, Knight has been banned. That's not too bad overall. We can see Juan Doyo, Savi Norse, and Jay, the Acrobat Mechanic forward, and the Entomologist. It really just depends on how Forward is going to play now, because Forward most likely will be forced to bring Tide. I don't think anyone else here will be bringing Tide except for Forward, I won't lie. But now then, Sarah's coming out with Geisha. Geisha getting a 4K is going to be really hard, especially against an Entomologist as well. It's really hard for Geisha to win anything against an Entomologist. Entomologist with the bee swarm in general just slows the hunter down. It hurts quite a bit. For the Entomologist right here. We can also see that the Geisha most likely probably blinked Geisha, but since this is area selection mode as well, the problem with Geisha is the moment that mech deploys the doll down, if Geisha hits the doll, then mech is able to rotate a little bit further. But if Geisha does not deploy the doll, oh, mech spawns in middle. Oh. Mech spawning in middle isn't such a bad idea though. Is it? I don't know. It just seems very risky for mech spawning in middle right now. We have Savi Nora spawning quite far away. I feel like mech spawning graveyard might be just better overall, considering you can Taikai the Geisha there for quite a bit of time before rotating out towards Tram. Right. But mech spawning in middle is definitely something worse to see. But we just have to see how this goes in general. Ceres, cause with this spawn location in general, mech spawns very close towards the cipher, but also very close towards the hunter as well, if I'm not wrong. I think I'm not wrong, right? I learned all my map selection. But okay, onto the game we go. This is HW Juan, Doyo, Savi Norris, and Jay. We have the Acrobat Mechanic forward and Entomologist along with Ceres' Geisha. This is game 2, this is round 2, second half. With this HW Survivor leading with 5 points and Ceres from NH with only 0 points right now, I guess. This game is going to be pretty darn hard in general. Now that onto the game we go. This is round 2, second half. HW versus NH once again. Going straight towards middle. Nope, never mind. It spawns pretty far away from the hunter. Okay, I learned off the spawn location now. That's something that we need to be focused on. Geisha's persona trait is trump card detention with wanted order. Wanted order, what's that? Wanted order mischievous 1 stack of Berserker and 1 stack of Rage. We can see that Doyo is currently nearby there as well, wanting to get rid of the beast. That's 1 hit on the beast, not too bad. Not too bad, but also forward being in middle allows the mech to know where the geisha is. So this isn't too bad for mech. Mech is trying to create as much distance as possible. Now then, the problem with forward now is he only can harass mid kites. He can't, I don't know if he can harass for balloon rescues anymore, because it is really hard for forwards in general. And then here, as you can see, 2 seconds left until the next dash is ready. It does seem like Geisha is going to go through here. Launch charge hit right there and hit it on the bees. Hit it on the bees. Ento's bees came in really clutch right there, but that's already 3 hits on the bees. Ento only has 40% bees left if I'm not wrong. But this allows Doyu to rotate into graveyard if I'm not wrong. But most likely we'll be having to take a hit right here. Because, no, cannot, don't risk it, don't risk it. Cannot vault over there. That's a bit of a risky vault there, not worth it in general. Now here, as you can see, Doyo rotating in towards graveyard right now, wanting to. I'm quite curious in how tight. I don't think she's creating a lot of distance. Should be able to rotate towards the next palace, but there's a blink, so if you can force the blink out, that's all what matters. Genuinely, it's all what matters if you can force the blink out. Ceres is playing very safe right here as well, as we can see. Now then, dashing straight towards the mech going through the pallet right there. Geisha's a little bit afraid of the pallet drop, but I guess once blink is up, you might as well just use it. Very nicely done by Ceres. Now then, Doyo going down here has the doll beam deployed. Has the doll been deployed? It does not seem like the doll has been deployed. Now then, 3 ciphers are done. They're gonna start opening the last cipher right now from forward side. 4 is pretty darn far away as well, so that's not a good sign. Juan Hanao has been located with wanted order, but it does seem like they want to sell the mech. Mech doesn't have a doll out, so I guess the cipher rush will be a little bit slower than usual. With Savi coming in right now, Savi most likely will be doing a full chair rescue. Full chair rescue. That's the only way for this forward to be able to do anything right now. But also, kinda don't want to risk. Like, you see, the game is still on survivor side, right? It's not like saying, okay, got the mech down, no problem. Hunter can definitely win, can definitely tie, etc. I would say it still depends on the outcome of this rescue. If forward gets a no damage rescue, it's a win for the survivors. If it's a guarantee tie for the survivors. But if forward got a double down here, then it's a whole different story. Gets a hit right there. Mech will be rescued. Forward with a stun? Question mark? Forward no stun. Okay, forward does not want to come in with a stun. We'll be getting the hit on mech right there. Mech's flywheel didn't really come out properly, but the cipher is 60 and 45% right now. I feel like if forward came in with a mini backstone right there, it would have been better. It would have been better. Even if Geisha did hit the forward right there, I think if it allows mech to rotate out, then it just allows mech to rotate out. We can see that the ciphers are enough right now as well. And Geisha has blink, if I'm not wrong. Change to teleport right now. Okay, the cipher has nearly been popped. That's an 87% cipher. Entomologist has to rotate out right now. Staying in here is just a bad idea in general. Didn't get the hit on the bee, sadly. Entomologist still trying to rotate as much as possible. Basically, allowing himself to get a hit here is all what that matters. We can see that cipher's at 99%. And of course, forward using mech stall to self-heal himself. That's interesting to see. That's very interesting to see. Now then, using mech stall, wanting to get mech stall to rotate towards S palette so then they can finish that cipher. But it does seem like Entomologist, that was very close. Entomologist definitely should have went down there, but getting the very nice pallets done right there. Cipher has been primed right now, so we're now just waiting for endgame. Ento still does have bees. She definitely still does have bees, but it doesn't seem like we want to open the cipher right now. The last cipher, no one's there. No one's there on the last cipher, sadly. Then the opening, hey, okay, that's a pop. I guess that's a pop. Didn't want to buy more time for Geisha to guess. Wait. That is the flywheel. Oh, we don't have flywheel. At least it's gonna be guaranteed woman out. Let's just say it's guaranteed a woman out. Let's just say we're guaranteed with a tie. Yeah, it does seem like we're guaranteed with a tie right now. Okay, that's fine. Let's congratulate HW for winning this game. They're at a point lead right now. So moving on, I guess.